Hi, this is Adam McAllister from McAllister & Myers, and once again, we're not out talking real estate. We're spotlighting our locally owned and locally operated York City and York County businesses. And today, we're just off Exit 8, the Glenrock exit of I-83 at Freedom Armory, and we're visiting here with Scott. Scott, thank you for allowing us to come in today.
Welcome.
So tell us, you've got a lot of things happening here at Freedom Armory. What can people expect to find here at Freedom Armory?
Well, typically they're going to come in because they see it as a retail location and a shooting range. But we also do classroom training, gunsmithing, and we have some manufacturing. But most people come here because of the shooting range and the retail environment. And
you'll hear in the background there are shots going off. We're not under attack. The range is literally right behind where we're shooting right now, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. Let's talk about first the retail side here, Scott. You've got a great multitude of different varieties of firearms here, both for the casual hunter as well as those who are looking for protection. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I would describe this more of a pro shop than a full size type of Gander Mountain type of facility. We are a big box store. We focus on handguns and defensive guns and target guns. Yes, we sell hunting guns, but we have holsters and all the accessories related to personal protection, personal carry, those kinds of things.
Okay. How did all this get started?
We're now 25 years. We've just been here 10 years, but we were in Shrewsbury at 2 different locations prior to that, and those were retail and gunsmithing. So this has been a long road, and I'm prior a lot of other things in my life, but in the last 25 years, this is what we've been doing.
Very good. And in addition to the retail side with what you have to offer here, you've got a couple other areas that you key in on, particularly one that's getting a lot of attention, and that's your courses that you offer.
Right. Training is a big deal in today's market, as everyone's aware of the threats in the country, and there are so many new shooters coming into the gun world, and they want training. So the sheriff can issue a carry permit, but the sheriff doesn't do any training. So we provide that. We have a classroom for instructors, and we have an entire cross-section of courses from the very beginner up to the most advanced.
And with the attention that's getting, if somebody is looking to become a new gun owner, what does that process look like? Because there's been a lot of different discussion about that publicly, but what's the real story as far as someone coming in and looking to become an owner?
Handgun owner. Well, there is handguns and long guns. We have both a rifle range downstairs and a handgun range is upstairs. We teach both handgun and rifle courses. So that basically the process is signing up for a class and going in. You don't even have to own a gun to take a class. We rent guns here. So you can rent a gun and buy the ammunition and take the class, then decide what you're interested in buying.
Very good. And now we're going to take a look at one of those ranges that you can come in and shoot. So Scott, just a moment ago we were talking about the different ranges that you have here, and right behind us is one of your ranges, and I see they're shooting at one of the more popular targets, we understand, that have come about.
Oh yes, this is where the action is, and the zombies have come into our facility, and people like to shoot the zombies, but that's just one of many kind of targets that people use.
So is there any fear of a true zombie attack in Southern York County?
No, because we're here.
Okay. You had mentioned this is just one of 2 ranges that you have. What's the other range that's here?
Well, the other range is a rifle range downstairs, but we actually have 2 handgun ranges like the one you see behind me. One is to the other side of me on this side. So it's 6 lanes over here, 6 lanes behind me. Downstairs we have 4 lanes that are 50 yards that are rifle.
And how can someone come in and use your ranges?
We have memberships for insurance purposes, and so people can come in, and there's 4 different ways, 4 different membership types. You can go to freedomarmory.com and actually look at that membership information. However, basically you can pay as you go, or you can get unlimited memberships here, where you can shoot without any lane fees.
And they can bring in their own gun, and you also have some other rentals that you have here.
Well, we've got about 50 handguns to rent, we've got 6 machine guns to rent, we've got about 10 rifles to rent. And I mean, we do everything from birthday parties to corporate events to individuals. So it's a whole cross section of things.
Why York County?
York County is interesting, but that's a part of my journey. I grew up in the South, so actually I'm a Southern boy. But I got up here via the military, and I found out later, as I was hired as a defense contractor after the military, that I really liked the quality of life here. And so we decided to stay, and we've raised 3 children here, and they're all successes, and we've become a part of the community many years ago.
That's great. So people looking for more information on coming to buy something here, set up a course, come and use the range, join a member, what's the best way for them to get in contact with Freedom Armory?
Well, I think the quickest way anybody can do from their house is just go to freedomarmory.com. It gives you all the contact information, gives you all the class information. There's a lot of information on that website, and that'll then cue you into what you want to ask or who you want to talk to, because we've got phones and we can answer them.
That's great. So on behalf of Scott and his entire staff here at Freedom Armory, thank you guys again for having us in.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for pressing play. McAllister Myers, connecting York County through real estate.